Previously on Scotty Survivor Lost in Time, with Abby and Vivian revealing to Ethan that they are secret friends and Abby being revealed as the puppet master to the entire cast, their time in the game seemed cut short when Ethan decided that he no longer wanted to protect their interests. But in a last-ditch effort, the group of Majority 6 flipped the vote onto Runjin in case of an idle play from either of Abby or Vivian or Ricky. 10 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Finally, my first tribal blindside worked. Usually in tribal councils, what always ends up happening is that I think I'm going in with a cool blindside, and then I end up getting blindsided. So for the first time it actually worked, and Runjin went home.
So we just had tribal council, and dang, was that insane.
It was super nerve-wracking because literally the first 5 votes were my name. I don't know if they organized it like that on purpose. They definitely did. Because literally the first 5 votes were Nikhil. And like there was no Runjin yet. So I deadass thought that. I was like, okay, I'm gone. Literally everyone turned on me.
I had a gut feeling that Nikhil was not going to go home, which I said. But wow, like I was not expecting that to happen.
Afterwards, they're like literally just staring. Like if they weren't wearing masks, their mouths would have just been hanging open. I wasn't necessarily happy that they were so shocked because like now they fully don't trust us.
Went according to plan. Runjin went out at a 6-5 vote, and I think they're all really shook by what I did, and I'm at peace with what happened because I knew it was the best for me. It was the 6th vote, and I'm happy to explain it to all of you like individually after this because I'm certain you guys have a lot of questions.
I figured someone was gonna flip. I didn't think the 6 was gonna be a 6.
Ethan felt on the bottom with that side because they like just added him to a group chat that was already made.
It was Ethan, who I did think was on the outs of it, so okay. Though he could also be on the outs of the other one, so okay.
Ethan flipping to vote him off and then not telling me that he was flipping to vote Runjin off isn't great.
I can't believe that Ethan flipped on us. I was lied to.
He just felt like they just thought he was a given vote, and I would be irked about that too. And he's like, I'm willing to talk and flip, like what should we do? And we realized that the votes to Abby aren't gonna work.
We were gonna go for Abby, but then we went for Runjin, but that was just to keep Ethan in.
It was a group idea. I think you have a pretty big reputation as the puppet master. I think it's pretty easy to get worried if we want to vote, you know? Yeah. So that's part of the thing.
I started talking because no one else was, but like that made them think that I was the leader and like this was all my plan, which most of it was, but like I don't want them to think that.
Runjin would be out of left field and no one would expect it. It would throw them off of their game. They wouldn't be expecting it.
It seemed like Abby was genuinely scared. So I'm guessing she doesn't have an idol, and I feel like the idol might still be out there.
I don't know if I've convinced them all that I don't have an idol. I probably have not. So they're probably going to keep trying to trick me into thinking that they're voting me and trying to get me to play the idol.
You've touched more idols in the game than probably anybody. If we weren't suspicious of you having an idol either from before or from the merge, we'd be stupid.
Yeah, feels bad, man. And I'm gonna miss Runjin.
Just wasn't expecting Runjin to go home. And it makes me really, really sad because like I know how much he loved the game and I loved having him in the game. Like he was just so fun to play with, honestly.
Runjin, as opposed to someone who's one of my closest allies right now, I guess is a better outcome.
Runjin went home. Ricky really didn't trust Runjin, but I honestly trusted Runjin way more than Ethan.
Runjin was loyal to us, but we were all a little bit on edge about him. Like I think I talked about it before, like I'm not exactly sure where he lies.
Runjin was asking a lot of questions to people and talking a lot, and let's just say I guess he met his fate like Judanique did, because Judanique asked a lot of questions and was being sus. And that's what got her out.
Runjin is really flip-floppy, but I don't think it's because he is playing both sides. I think he just really likes gossip. Like, he just really wants the tea. And I'm, like, pretty convinced that's it. Like, so, and I think that's fine. Like, he wants to know what's going on, not because he's schemy, but literally just because he wants to know what's going on. So, I'm kind of sad. Also, I really like Ranjin, but honestly, at this point, I really like everyone in Jiro, except for maybe Nikhil.
Fuck Nikhil, though. That bitch keeps escaping death. I'm so mad about it, too. Like, he does absolutely nothing. He never talked to me. He said, hey, let's talk. Like, let's do this tomorrow. And then I was like, okay, like, let's talk. Like, I'm not really free that often. Whatever. I'm not really free that much. But, like, okay, fine. And then I said, are you free, like, multiple times throughout today? And then he was like, oh, sorry, like, I'm not, like, can we just text? Then he never texted me. So, like, what the hell was he trying to say to me?
I need Nikhil around for now, even though, like, but honestly, he's in the game Xavier's extra vote. I need Xavier's extra vote around here for now, because I think he's somebody who isn't going to turn on me, because I essentially was the one who saved him.
The fact that it makes more sense for him to get rid of Ranjin than for him to get rid of Nikhil kind of makes me think like he's on the other side now because he's closer with Valen than he is with me.
I realized what it really came down to at the end of the day was the fact that I knew at some point Ricky, Ranjin, and Haley would have to turn on Abby. And my association with them would have meant that I would have just gone down on that ship with them, and I just couldn't do that to myself.
Oh, Ethan.
Ethan really wanted to say his piece to me, so I drove him back, and, you know, he explained to me exactly why, but I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna be cautious of him now. I really am.
What I said to you guys earlier was I just wanted to find, like, a secure alliance, and knowing that, like, pretty much Ranjin hinted he was gonna seriously, like, flip on Abby at some point, and I was like, if that group's already flipping on each other, like, why would I just, like, stick with that? Especially just being added to that dumb chat, like... the Randy's little ducklings, I was irked.
Spoke with Haley last night. She was pretty receptive to why I did what I did.
I think, like, I told myself, like, I'm always keeping my options open. Like I said, like, I've been good with you this whole time. Like, I've not been after you, like, in the slightest. Like, I assumed, like, you didn't talk to me because you thought we were solid. Like, I believe that 100%, and that's why I was never worried about you specifically.
A flip is a flip. Like, I don't care if like you had a really good reason, like you still like flipped. So I understand his reason, but he flipped, and that's scary.
And I have to speak to Abby and Vivian, who I think they still trust me.
Now that he's blindsided us, like, I don't trust him. I mean, I stopped trusting him like a couple days ago anyways. Do I have regrets telling him about me and Abby? Yes, I do have a lot of regrets. Rip that. But yeah, I didn't trust him starting a couple days ago.
I want you guys to be in here, and, like, I had to fight hard for her name to be off the block, and, like, I guess I also did fight for you, like, even though your name wasn't really a contender in the mix.
I don't think I can really be with Ethan anymore. I mean, I know that Ethan's not gonna vote me, I guess, but, like, Ethan's gonna vote off the rest of my alliance members.
You were just like an iceberg, and everyone on those allies, like the group that voted yesterday, were like on the Titanic.
I'm definitely gonna act like I still really trust him, but I don't.
You should trust him.
I don't know.
I do agree he saved you for now, but he keeps saying, like, you know, Ricky and Haley are gonna be willing to flip on you in 2 votes. Like, you don't think he's the same?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think if the vote were going my way, Ethan would let it happen.
Look, I'm never gonna vote Ethan out. I'm never gonna push for Ethan to be voted out. I just couldn't live with that. So, if it happens, it happens.
Yes. I don't think he would plan something against you, but I don't think he would fight that hard to change the vote.
Okay, here's the thing. The reason that he wouldn't is because he would be implicated if I played an idol.
I think I'm going to be safe for another vote, because I think maybe Ricky will be after me, but I think he has more pressing matters.
I want to go to the end with Ethan, but his social game scares me. Everyone likes him.
One problematic thing is that, like, he probably told Xavier that I don't really trust Xavier. So, I mean, I was leaning towards working with Ricky anyways. But yeah, now Xavier probably doesn't trust me either. Which is, like, he backstabbed me first, okay? So, whatever.
I've been sort of tight with her this whole time, but she's kind of been playing me. So, like, I don't know. Not playing me, but just, like, not entirely honest with me. So potentially Vivian. Vivian could be a good person to get out next.
You could just kind of keep picking off the 4, which is fine by me. You know, there's still those top 3 people that are threats right now, which is Abby, Ricky, and Vivian. And I thought Vivian was gonna vote with us. I didn't know how tight she was with the other side, but I guess we saw today that she wanted to vote with them. So that concerns me a little bit because I know Xavier is close with Vivian.
I'm being seen as like some big player target, which isn't true. At this point, Ethan, Xavier, and Ricky are all bigger targets than I am. So hopefully people see that.
Everyone that I've talked to is like, Xavier is definitely charming. Like, he's a good social player. He's got friends in this game. Like, people really like him.
Xavier is definitely a threat. I think if he gets to the final 3, a lot of people like him. He's done really great socially. And so if I'm up against him, he can definitely get the votes because he's been on a lot of people's good sides.
The problem is that I've been like putting so much blame on Nadia purely because it got the blame off Abby, and I feel really bad because I actually really like Nadia. Like, I think I vibe really well with her. I don't know if she'll want to ally with me, but like, she is really sweet and I do really like her, so maybe she will.
I asked Abby afterwards when we were walking back to our cars saying like, hey, why did you target me like in the beginning to give me the idol? And she was like, you know, like, it wasn't really targeting, like, I wanted to help you. You seem like a nice person, so I want to give you the idol. And you know, like, in my head, coming in, I knew that, like, my personality, like, I am a nice, like, person, you know, like, I strive to be nice, and sometimes, though, I'm too nice, and that's kind of a problem that I have.
Nadia's a good ally of mine, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, what she did was right and what the Puppet Master did was worse. I think what they both did was, like, insane. Like, Abby creating this character and keeping up with it and, like, these phrases and stuff. Like, she was trying to come off that it was something stupid that she did, but, like, that was, like, it's the whole creating this Puppet Master thing on day 3, I think is insane. And I agree that, like, buying fake idols that look legit before the game started is also intense. But, like, people do it. Like, it's just crazy. And both of them are people to watch out for.
So this game has been a great opportunity for me to force myself out of my comfort zone and to, you know, not be that too nice of a person. So, like, I literally wrote it down in my notes saying, like, hey, like, guys, like, yeah, I've done a lot of shady stuff, like, coming in with the fake idol and stuff. Like, everyone knows now that I plan to fake, but seeing how much progress I've made in terms of being that too nice of a person and really just forcing myself to play this game really hard and to do whatever it takes to win is something that is worth noting.
These sentiments where I'm like, oh, now you need me, when, like, y'all got voted out and, like, now she just has me and Henry. Like, I still feel that, but she's a good ally and a good player, and I like her. So I want to keep her in the game longer than I do Abby. And so I'm glad I spilled the beans about the Puppet Master being Abby, because it basically saved Nadia.
It's me meeting up with Haley and Valen, our christened Prima Gang. I wanted to call it Prima Gang 2.0, but I didn't want to make Haley feel bad because it was me, Valen, and Joe in the first iteration. Should probably be good.
Hi. Hello. The Prima Gang.
Prima Gang.
So I talked to Ricky and Valen really wanted to say her piece, and I totally understand.
We wanted to switch the vote between you two and Runjin, and between them 3.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
They were just like, it has to be someone else. So your 3 names popped up.
She felt bad, but she just wanted to make sure that it was like our names that weren't on the chopping block. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I think this is a good final 3. Also, like, look at the variety. We all came from different starting tribes.
That's true.
My real goal with Valen is, like, I think that if Haley and I have made a final 2 pact, I want Prima Gang 2.0 to be a final 3 pact.
I don't know, like, how that trio of a relationship's gonna move forward and, like, how much I want to keep it.
Pinky promised each other, and, like, we're like, yeah, like, this, you know, like, we, like, he was like, I want to go to final 3 with you. I said, I want to go to final 3 with you.
Valen put her foot down for me once. I don't think she'll do it again. I really don't think so.
Really?
I really don't think so.
I still don't know how I feel about Ricky. I still don't know if, like, I meant to tell him that he's my number 1 and that you know, that we're going to the end together, because honestly, he's a big threat too, and I'm afraid that people want to take me to the end because they think that I'm going to be someone that's easy to beat.
I meant what I said when I said I really want to work with Haley, and I do.
I want to work with Valen.
I do too.
Honestly, I do.
And we can talk to her, but like
She's not a lost cause yet.
It's just, I think long term what's gonna help me is the sitting ducks, which is me, Ethan, Xavier, and Henry.
I'm not like having utmost confidence.
I want to blindside Vivian because I think that she has the Dorit idol, and I am not comfy with that.
Xavier, first things first, I will take it back. Once again, immunity is back up for grabs. Today's challenge is called Card Clairvoyance, and here's how it works. Prior to this challenge, you are given a deck of playing cards. We will be giving you sequences of playing cards, and you'll have to recite them back to us. Those sequences will increase in magnitude, and we will keep going until there's only one member standing. The player with the best memory will win immunity. Survivors, are we ready? Yes. Okay, let's go. First card, the Ace of Spades. The second card, Jack of Hearts. The third card, Three of Clubs. The fourth card, Five of Spades. And the fifth and final part of the sequence is a Two of Diamonds. You may now look at your cards. Please get ready to reveal your first card. Please reveal your first card. Looks like everyone is correct with Ace of Spades. Please reveal your second card. Looks like everyone is once again correct. No. Never mind, just Ethan is incorrect, despite getting a new deck of cards. Ethan is first out of this challenge. Okay, please reveal your third card. Looks like both Abby and Xavier are now eliminated. The correct answer was a Three
Ricky's
of
out.
Clubs.
Ricky's out. He had the three
Looks like
spades.
Ricky's out too.
And Vivian.
Oh my!
Wow, that one's playing a lot of people. Okay, please get ready for your fourth card. Look up when you're ready. Okay, please reveal. Okay. Looks like both Valen and Aquino are out. Five of Spades.
Haley. Wait, Haley said spades. Haley's the only one. Wait, Haley said spades. Haley's the only one who got it. Haley won.
Haley is the only one who got it correct.
Oh,
Haley
the
wins
spades?
individual immunity. That is the best challenge I've ever done. Staying true to our 2-hour-a-week time commitment, we have the fastest challenge in Scotty Survivor history. Congratulations, Haley. You are immune to not be voted out and have a spot in the final 9. Please come and take your immunity necklace. Yeah.
Yay, social distancing.
To the rest of you, seems like you could not remember your way around this challenge. Hopefully you can remember how to avoid the vote. Best of luck and travel council. Yeah.
So I think we just broke the record for quickest Survivor challenge ever because we were all just stupid at 11 p.m. at night.
I'm literally... I don't think I've been like this upset about something for like a really long time. Like that was actually the stupidest thing that has ever happened to me. I had the cards in the right order and I second guessed it and I showed the wrong one and I got out on the third one!
What the hell? Everyone was so bad. Literally, I was horrible.
Oh my god, and I needed that immunity and this is the only challenge that I had like a shred of hope to win.
You might be wondering, Haley, why are you so happy? Why are you smiling? Well, I won immunity. I did. And hey, look, manifestation works. I mean, I wanted it.
I like listed them through, and then I went to go and get them, and I got the first 2, and then I was just blank. And I guessed on the 3rd, and then educatedly guessed on the 4th and 5th. And I got the 4th and 5th right, and the first 2. But the 3rd, that was horrible.
I got a like research proposal declined today and I was like much less upset about that than I am about this. Much less upset, and that would have determined, you know, the course of my research. Holy shit, I was so bad at this challenge.
I'm still mad that I didn't get the 4th one because I knew it was a 5. I just couldn't decide if it was a club or a spade. And it was a spade, and I'm very mad at myself for not getting that because I knew the last card was a 2 of diamonds, and we basically just handed Haley the win.
It does feel good to win immunity because I'm not really sure what else I have going for me at this point. As sad as that sounds, I feel like I haven't done something big.
And I'm gonna have to play an idol, and it's all because I held up the stupid 2 of spades instead of the 3 of clubs when I had the cards in the correct order. Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
I haven't made a fake idol. I haven't been the puppet master. I haven't flipped on my whole alliance and voted someone out. You know, and blindsided half the tribe. So winning, I think, is what I need to keep doing.
I've never been this upset in my entire life, and I'm not exaggerating. I can't tell my family about this. I can't have them see this. I can't have my friends know. Good lord!
I mentioned that I like hoped she won just so I wouldn't have to try to deter Henry from voting her out. So she did win, so that's good. I'm not opposed to that. Plus, now we can focus on, instead of trying to get Haley out for no reason, now we can focus on people who are actually threats.
My thought is to do a Black Widow alliance, which is me, Abby, Haley, Nadia, Valen. Right now, it feels like the boys are kind of running the game.
I think that this Black Widow alliance thing could really work.
Ethan dictated that vote when he flipped. Xavier is running that side. Ricky's kind of running our side.
Because the thing is, like, sure, if they go to the end with you, like, you know, you'll win. But if they go to the end with Ricky or Xavier or Ethan, they'll win.
The ladies are a little bit more passive. Haley's kind of playing passively. Valen's been just kind of a loyal vote for Old Zaman, even though she's been turned on, like, twice.
The only guy that we could probably, they could probably be is, like,
Nikhil.
Henry and Nikhil.
Still haven't brought the idea up to anyone but Abby and Nadia, which might have been a mistake. And it's a big leap of faith because it could totally backfire on me. But in my opinion right now, it feels like the guys are running the game. Valen's gotten votes. I've gotten votes in the past. Abby's obviously gotten votes in the past. Haley is someone, like, Ricky literally said, like, Haley isn't playing very hard, so she's easy to just, like, bring along when he needs her. Which I don't know if that's true or not, but, like, that's what he said. Because they're probably the closest. I've actually talked to Haley not that much. And like, yeah, it feels like right now to me the guys are in the game. So my proposal is an all-girls alliance. And you're the first one I'm talking this to.
They're getting kind of comfy, which they shouldn't be comfy is the thing. Like, I think that, like, Valen and Nadia are clearly on the bottom. They need to start getting scared.
It's called the Black Widow Alliance because, so I watched like a couple seasons of Survivor, right? One of the seasons I watched, there was a 5-girl alliance that eliminated all the dudes and like went to the end.
Like, once we're all gone, it's gonna be bye-bye to them. They have to start thinking like 5 steps ahead, right?
It's like my concerns with that, right? Because if it's 5, then it seems like Val and I are in the minority. It's like when we get to that
I see what you're saying.
Right?
Yeah, I will say that like I've talked to Haley the least out of the 5 of you, or like of the 4 of you. And I know that seems kind of weird given that we're on the same alliance, but it's always been Ricky talking to Haley and then like me talking to Ricky.
So I think if the 5 of us teamed up, it could be great. But the problem is, I don't know if Haley would turn on Ricky. And then and also Haley would probably be at the bottom of that alliance. And also talking to Valen, like I didn't think Valen would turn on Ricky and Ethan just yet.
But I totally understand if you wouldn't trust me because Ricky would still be in the game that way, right? So if you two flipped, Ricky would still be in the game. And like, then it's possible that I was like lying to you this whole time and I'm going to work with like Ricky, Haley, Abby for the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why like my proposal is either we could all work together and vote out someone big on your alliance, or you guys could target Ricky. And then you'll know that I'm serious because like with Ricky gone, I mean, that has been my closest ally since day one.
Because if Nadia goes and like tells people, then like, oops. Especially because I said like told him to vote Ricky off.
Not even like been 5 minutes and literally this female alliance has been leaked already. Like Vivian, you slick. It is. We really do love Vivian's Black Widow Brigade. Like, kind of mad. Like, as a fan, I really do support the women's alliance, but also like, as a player in the game, like, fuck no, that shit needs to be squashed.
She has an interesting proposal of having an all-girls alliance.
Really?
She was basically telling me like, Nadia, I think like the guys are like masterminding everything. And she was telling me that during the Parker vote, Xavier was telling everyone that it was Vivian's idea. But it actually wasn't her idea, it was Xavier's idea first.
Yeah.
I told the Black Widow Alliance to Nadia, and then to Valen I told the me and Ricky with her and Ethan idea. And I don't know if they're going to compare notes, because that would also screw me over a bit.
Literally, Vivian came up to me and he's like, well, Nadia thinks you're a flipper, so Nadia isn't like... She's like, well, Nadia thinks you're a flipper, so she's kind of sus of you. Do you think Valen would go with, like, us? And then Haley goes to Valen and gives her the same pitch. She's like, I think you're on the bottom of Old Zaman. Like, they don't have your back. Like, they're not going to have your back throughout this. So, like, you need to be careful. You're on the bottom of the alliance. And that got Valen thinking.
Should we just flip now? Like,
that's what I'm thinking. Like, I told everyone.
Smart?
I literally told everyone. Like, if we just stay as a 6, we can easily make it to final 6.
So I literally just got off a call with Abby because she messaged me like 2 days ago or something saying that she wants like meet, and she basically is just trying to get me to flip on her side and vote either you or Xavier out.
Really?
Because she was like, Nadia, I think you're like at the bottom of the alliance. And like this is what Vivian said too, is like Nadia, like both to me and Valen, like we're at the bottom of the alliance.
She was basically asking like, where do you see yourself in this 6? Like, I feel like people would like vote you out when they have the chance. I was like, you know what, that's kind of true maybe. So now I'm like, I don't know.
That's okay. I feel kind of the same way.
After this tribal, there has to be re-scrambling. Like, a 6-man alliance with 9 people left is not going to work out.
Yeah, did you see that Abby has been trying to flip me from, like, for a while now or something?
Yeah.
Did she say that to you? Yeah. I had a conversation with her last night, and it wasn't very productive. But Ricky texted me today saying that he has a proposition for both you and me, Nadia.
Haley and Ricky also told Valen, they're like, we're nervous about Xavier. And they went to Nadia with that. So Nadia went back to Valen and was just like, is Xavier gonna flip? Should we get Xavier now?
Ricky was also like, I think in your 6, like the threats right now are like Xavier. And he was like, you know, if you keep us, like we can definitely vote with you and like take out Xavier. And I'm like,
Xavier's out here leading your voting block. Also, just the way that he was the first person to respond to like the question of the like why the vote happened that way. I know he's close to Nikhil for sure. Even though he's lied to me and
I
he
definitely know
said-
they are. Yeah.
Yeah, and even though he lied to me and said, I don't trust him, like, bullshit, you definitely do. And I also think he's still close to Henry because I think him, Aol, and Henry had a thing.
I have Valen, Ethan, Henry. Like, we're all pretty solid, but that's not majority. So, we have to keep Nikhil and Nadia comfortable. We can't let them know that they're on the outside of the real alliance.
I'm gonna start calling us the Kneeling Ducks now, because after that tribal going the way we planned, we are now in the Kneeling Ducks, and basically we're gonna hopefully run. So we're just gonna keep going until we become the Running Ducks, and we're like the final four. So that's the plan.
I have to work on my relationship with Nadia though, because Vivian told me, Vivian told me that Nadia thought that I was a flipper, but then Nadia reached out to me and was like, do you want to hang out and get to know each other like on a human level? And I was like, yes, like I would love to, because we haven't really gotten to connect yet, and like our conversation was just 30 minutes of like boom boom boom.
On that for that side are basically trying to make us flip and be paranoid about each other.
They're telling us that each other are threats, but like they didn't think any of us would compare notes. But
Abby, Ricky to Vivian trying to get me to flip and telling me all these different things of like different alliances that we could have in the future, and I've definitely been paranoid, and they have valid points, but I've made my decision. I'm sticking with the 6.
They're just circulating this big mess, and like it's funny because like that's exposing the cracks, and like I love that because like I need a crack between Nadia and Xavier.
The core 6, I trust this group. I don't think any of them have a reason to flip. I'm confident, okay?
They've gone to at least 3 out of the 6 of us at this point.
Yeah,
like,
that's very true.
So I don't understand if they're trying to flip us or if they have some like sketchy plan. Like,
I just can't. They're just trying because they know they're in the minority. They're just trying to do anything they can.
I had a conversation with Nadia, and she's like, yeah, Vivian came to me and was like, yeah, Ethan is a threat. And I'm like, oh, so Vivian's putting my name out there right now. And I know she thinks that because she literally slipped in front of me and was like, Ethan, I feel like you are a threat. Like I swear, like I have been trying so hard to keep you and Abby in the fucking game. And like, if you're gonna turn on me, like I will blindside you.
They're just trying to find whatever cracks they can, and I feel like they've just been pushing every single little thing to us.
Exactly.
And like, I don't know. Like, I don't think anyone else feels nervous.
Vivian, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but first this all girls alliance, then going to Nadia and being like, well, Ethan is definitely a threat to like drive those cracks. Like, I needed to talk with Abby and be like, is Vivian after me? Because I fucking swear, like if she says my name, like I will have no hesitation.
Are they trying to get Xavier out then? It sounds like that.
I think so. I think he's like...
Interesting. That's tea.
And like the thing is, like, I essentially am picking tomorrow, like, who do I want to keep in? Because if they're gonna vote Vivian and I tip her off, Xavier's going home, and I really don't think he should go home.
Vivian has to go. I talked with Valen, and Vivian's been bringing up... Not far enough. Vivian's been bringing up all these alliances, all girls alliance, like Ricky, and her, and Valen and Nadia alliance, and none of them have included me. Well, I mean, a girls alliance would include me, but she was like, oh, I'm not gonna bring it up to Haley because, like, for various reasons, but and another thing was that she said that I would be on the bottom if her and Valen and Nadia and Ricky created an alliance.
Then she hit me with something even thicker, which had to do with the Dorit idol. And she's like, okay, I really trust you, so you're the only person I've told other than Abby. And she told me the full story. So she found it, and so she also like clued in Abby, which is why I'm saying Abby knows.
Abby was giving him timestamps of when she put it back, and when she put it back, apparently around that time, Jude and Vivian were looking, and Jude obviously did not find it because she would have played it, so that leaves Vivian. So we really think that Vivian has the Dorit idol.
Abby put it back, apparently. like probably after I looked, so like mid-ish, like later mid-afternoon. And then by the evening, Haley came back and checked and was gone.
Abby and Vivian are both PhD in robotics. Okay. How are they not already friends, you know? Like, they've got to have a pre-existing relationship.
So they think Abby found all 3 idols and they gave it to you, and that's why they've been nervous about you, is because of that.
She's been working with Abby closely since the beginning, I think, and I think they knew each other outside of the game. Yeah, she's a physical threat. And I think she has the Dorit idol.
Essentially, they have pieced together that you two are friends, and they think that she found the Dorit idol and gave it to you. So, and then I know Ricky knows this information also, that like, because I confirmed with Henry, because Henry talked to him about you two being friends, and then if Ricky knows that Haley, I like put together, like if Ricky knows that Haley and her found the idol day 1, then those two could have pieced together that you have the Dorit idol.
Ricky told Abby that he knew about the Dorit idol being found by me and her, which I'm fine that he told her that. I think whatever, not a big deal.
I told Haley that I gave Vivian the Dorit idol on the first day. I mean,
Girl, okay, are you friends with Vivian? Were you guys actually friends before the game? Because everyone thinks that you were.
I know that everyone thinks we were. We're like not, okay, I know her. We're not super close. It's not like a Tanadia situation.
It's not
I do know her. I do know her. I wish people didn't know that though, because I think they are gonna think that. It's embarrassing that I'm so upset about this, but I really am. Like, Vivian has played a really good game, and I just like haven't. I feel like I messed up.
Can I ask you straight up something?
Yeah.
Are you the puppet master? No, just kidding.
Yes.
Did you give the Dorit idol to Vivian?
That's what everyone thinks happened, okay? I like didn't, okay.
I mean, I know you claim that you put it back. Did you give it to her?
Did you? I'm gonna regret this.
We can keep this between us, like honestly, I just want to know.
People know things that they shouldn't know because of me. And now Haley's gonna tell Ricky, I'm pretty sure. I mean, she said she wouldn't, and I hope she won't. I have hope that she won't, but I just like, there's sort of no reason for her not to, so I wouldn't blame her if she does.
Because I think that she has it, and I want to know if she does.
I think that everyone thinks that she has it.
Okay. You can tell me. You can tell me, like, Abby. We worked together this whole time.
I know, but Vivian's gonna kill me. She has it. She has it. I know that she has it.
Alright, okay.
I'm so, oh my god.
I know that she has it. I just wanted to, like, know something for certain.
Oh, I can't believe Abby told Haley that I have the idol. What am I supposed to do with this information?
I just fucked up Vivian's game for her, and that's never something I wanted to do.
Abby told Haley that she gave me the Dorit idol, which really screws me over because Haley for sure is going to tell Ricky, which is why I need Ricky gone soon too, because now Ricky won't trust me. I was, not gonna lie, a little bit annoyed that Abby told Haley that I have the idol, because that really messes with my plans. I think I would have been fine this week if Abby didn't tell her that.
I don't know what to do exactly. I don't think that. I literally can't get through this.
I don't know what the fuck Vivian's trying to do, but I talked with Abby, and Vivian's just annoying me, because, like, she apparently is, like, down to get Abby out now.
I definitely don't trust Ethan anymore. I've kind of lost hope. I don't know if I'll make it to Final 3. I really want Abby and I to make it, but right now, Abby's being strung along as a goat.
I understand, like, she's the puppet master, blah, 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 but she's the perfect person to keep in now, because if she ever tries to make a big play, she's gone. Like, if she tries to pull something, everyone's gonna be like, oh no, the Puppet Master's back at it. Get her out.
Abby is like, it's like we know we have her vote because like she is on thin ice. Like, honestly, she's like holding on by like a thread.
I've still stuck with her. I've still voted with her. Still haven't voted for her.
There's absolutely no way I'm making the final 3. There's absolutely no way I'm making final 6.
I told Abby that I'd be open to working with her if, like, the stars align, you know? Like, I could see a thing where, okay, Xavier and Ethan are just huge threats. Let's just tack Abby on here, vote them out, and then she's gone next. Because, I mean, her game's over, you know? Hope I don't eat those words. But, I mean, I feel like her game's been blown up at this point. She's kind of just wants to outlast Nikhil. And if we can keep Nikhil and she's the 7th, then...
She is not really a huge threat right now. Ricky, on the other hand, has been talking to everyone, trying to change everything. Apparently he's been throwing my name out there. Like, he's been really, really playing. And he is a big threat. Like, I know he's a big threat.
Okay, so it's kind of obvious that me and Ricky don't like each other. I feel like everyone in the tribe knows that. But in my opinion, that's exactly why that we could form like a killer alliance together. I know I really can't trust him, but to be honest, like, I don't know. I feel like that's exactly why we could like kind of come together and kind of pull something out of the hat.
I guess this is an opportunity to rebuild my relationship with Nikhil and just keep it on the DL, like, just information, make sure that we aren't voted against each other, but in the case that our names are coming up, we have to let each other know, and I think it's fine. And I even told him, like, you can trust me that I'm not going to, like, go and tell people, because, like, think about if I did, it would be so sus. I would tell someone, like, hey, yeah, suddenly I'm, like, aligned with Nikhil.
It's kind of risky, though, because, like, I don't want to tell my entire tribe that I'm doing that. I'm going to tell Xavier for sure.
Kind of exciting. I actually like that. It's a really, it's unfortunate, you know, that, like, with enough people, you know, you could be a Runja and try to talk to everyone, and then that's what gets you out.
I talked to Nikhil, and Nikhil was, like, really adamant about going Abby and not Ricky, which is strange, because, like, he and Ricky were really against each other for a long time.
We all agree that we want Vivian gone, but everybody is really worried that she has the Dorit idol, which I've been saying forever. What else is new? Everybody's really worried she has the Dorit idol, and so we do not want the blind side. So we're trying to make her feel like it's not her.
Do I tell her to play her idol? Or do I tell her we're voting Ricky? And do I tell her to play the idol, or do I tell her to vote Ricky? And that Ricky's going home, and pray that she doesn't play the idol?
Potentially we could split votes. Vivian and I guess we couldn't go Ricky, Vivian and Abby then, I guess maybe Vivian and Abby if Haley is for sure with us.
I don't want to do this double idol play, but I think it's our only option at this point, so it's gonna be a fun tribal.
My last confessional was talking about blindsiding Vivian because she has the Dorit idol, but I don't know. They might not have the numbers anymore if we really do flip Valen and Nadia and vote out Xavier.
I want the Black Widow alliance to happen. I just don't trust that Valen and Haley will be down for it. I think if Ricky goes home, Valen and Haley would be much more down for it, so I'm hoping that Ricky goes home. Especially because now that Ricky knows I have the idol, like, he's gonna get pissed.
And I've been trying to like convince them that I'm flipping so that they feel comfortable. So I think what I'm gonna do is either just like nod at Abby, or like in my answers to like the tribal questions, like I'll just make it seem like I've been thinking a lot, and that basically I'll say like I hope I'm making the right decision.
I'd so love to get out Ricky. I would prefer to get out Vivian, but that's not happening because I fucked it up by telling Haley.
I know from Xavier telling me straight up that Vivian is who they're voting for, the other side, the 6.
I'm going to be completely honest with you, but
Okay.
I need you to absolutely promise that you won't tell anyone. Cause like I'm
What? Okay, alright. Let me think. I know 100% that Vivian has an idol. So I could either tell her she plays her idol and we get to decide who goes home.
we're not voting Ricky.
Okay.
I can tell you that. So you don't
So you're voting for Vivian?
I need you to promise first.
I don't know if I can promise you, Xavier. Or I don't tell her and but I already sort of did tell her. I didn't. I subtly remarked in the call that I was just in with Abby and Ricky and Vivian that I think that Vivian's going home.
Xavier said at the group meeting that they decided on you. And it's possible that they told Ethan that it's me because they know Ethan is tight with you. And they're worried that he would tell you to use an idol.
I'm gonna write Xavier, if everything goes to plan and Nadia and Valen are convincing my side that they're going to flip, we diffuse Vivian, she feels safe. I will write Xavier's name down with them.
But Haley basically confirmed they're all gonna vote Xavier, so.
Get to keep Abby and Ricky. They'll have no idea that I was kind of behind this, and that like, you know, I have ties to the other side.
I met up with Vivian on campus yesterday, and we were talking, and she was like, Ethan, people here are starting to talk about you being a threat. And I was like, huh? I was like, for what? But I was like, okay, who's talking about me? And she was like, Ricky is. And I was like, Ricky? Ricky's talking about me. I was like annoyed. I mean, like, Ricky and I have not talked since the Regin vote. I don't think Ricky and I are gonna work together in this game. I don't mind if Ricky goes. I was not after Ricky, but now like that he said my name, like, yes, I'm gonna be after you. Like, don't say my name.
No, my tendency is just to talk to everyone, but then I'm just gonna be Regin, so. And to be honest, I think the person who's doing that the most is Ethan. That's why he was able to flip. Because he talked to all of us, and then he talked to all of you. I know I'm never gonna make it to the final, but I don't want to be the second person on the jury either, you know? Like, middle of the ranks, like, maybe go out at 7.
Ricky, you are on my radar, sir. I am onto you. Bye. Get my name out of your mouth. Scrub it, wash it, whatever you need to do. My name needs to go.
I'm pretty sure that the votes are going to be on Vivian today. Vivian and Xavier. However, if they think that Vivian's going to play her idol, they might split the votes on Viv and somebody else. That somebody else potentially being me.
It sucks because I would idol Xavier in a heartbeat, but that would be if I had 2 idols, and I only have 1 right now.
If Ethan plays his idol on Xavier, which would be really stupid.
I am in the classic Survivor struggle. Do I go with my head or do I go with my heart? And if I go with my head, I let Vivian flesh out her idol. I, most importantly, keep Abby safe, and I stay in the good graces of the minority, who I flipped on the previous vote. But that also means Xavier goes, and he's been one of my closest and just most fun friends this season, and we formed a really strong connection.
But if that happens and the vote is split, Vivian and me, and Vivian plays her idol, then I go home.
Or I have another option, which is to go with my heart. And that means doing something risky and chaotic and gutsy to everyone else, and that is playing the idol on Xavier and saving him. And that probably breaks a lot of trust with Vivian and Abby and pisses off the minority.
Are you gonna play an idol on Xavier? Would you really do that?
I don't think so. I feel like that'd be a dumb move to do that. Like, I feel like that doesn't make sense for me. Like, I really don't.
At least I get to keep, I guess, the person I wanted to be coming into this game, which was, yes, to be a troll and yes, to have fun, but also to make these genuine and strong bonds. And keep someone in who I think deserves to make it farther, who I felt like a strong friendship with.
Like, I had this idea that we split the votes between Xavier and Henry, but I can't say that unless like they know either we're playing an idol or, you know, and I just can't, there's nothing I can do.
Potentially, we should maybe throw a couple votes on Henry. However, I really, okay, Ethan's like, haha, what if I play my idol on Xavier? And like, I really don't think he's gonna do it because I just don't think that's the right decision for Ethan. But like, if it does happen, I don't want to go home.
We're voting Vivian, and most likely they're voting either Henry or me, and I was the main name that was coming up. So I could be out tonight. Like, this might be it for me.
It's like that angel and the devil on the shoulder. The angel is being like, be benevolent, save him tonight. But the devil is like, you know, it may not be the best move for your game, and it may be more strategic to let him go at this point.
We will now welcome in the first member of our jury. Runjin, voted out at the last tribal council. Ethan, let's start with you. Last vote, we saw a blindside.
I wonder how that happened.
What happened? What was the end result of that blindside? Where do you go from here?
I think the end result is over there. Where do we go from here? It's just about who you want to move forward with.
All right, Haley, let's move to you. Last week, one of your allies was completely blindsided. That very could easily have been you. Do you feel like this immunity win was crucial to your game tonight?
Honestly, no. I know that my name was thrown around, but not to the extent, like, I'm not worried. And the immunity was just kind of like a cherry on top, but it wasn't something that I was like, I need this or else I'm going home. Like, last week, it was scary, it shook me up, but not to the point where I was like, immunity, well, like, it's the only thing that's gonna keep me in the game.
Abby, I'll go to you next. You know, after last week, the Puppet Master put a large spotlight on you. Do you think that people are still concerned about the Puppet Master? Do you think that you're the target tonight? How do you think the votes are going to go?
I'm hanging on by a thread every single time I come here. And everybody knows that. I don't really know what to say other than that.
Nadia, what do you think about Abby hanging on by a thread? Do you think that it's just an easy person to get rid of, or is there value in keeping somebody who is a huge threat?
I mean, I think like Abby's been like telling all of us too that she thinks that she's gonna be an easy go in the future. I think that's one of her arguments too of keeping her here. So I don't know.
How do you view tonight's vote?
I've definitely been stressed over a few days. A lot of people saying things in my head. I think tonight might be surprising for some people.
Ricky, Nadia says tonight might be surprising for some people. What does that mean to you?
I mean, going to the comment about Abby being potentially an easy vote, we know that it could be Abby tonight, it could be other people on the bottom tonight, myself included. So I'm personally preparing myself for a unwelcome surprise.
Vivian, what was your strategy for this tribal? Were you taking a backseat role? Were you pushing names? How are you getting through this week now that Runjin has been eliminated?
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely very surprised last tribal. I had a plan that got, you know, with my alliance that I had, and that got completely ruined. And that's not there anymore. But I've tried to talk to everyone, see where everyone's head's at. I still don't think there are I said this last time, I don't think there's very strict sides right now. I don't think there ever will be an emerged tribe because it's always going to be shifting as the numbers dwindle. And so I don't see it as like, all right, we are the minority alliance, we're all gone, we're all going to be gone in a couple tribals. Like, I don't see it that way. I see it as lines are going to be redrawn every single tribal, and I'm going to play that way.
Xavier, idol paranoia has been a topic throughout the entire game. Is idol paranoia playing a huge factor in tonight's vote, or are people not really concerned about idols for this vote? Is that something that's being talked about?
Idols are always in people's minds. Like, there's never a vote that isn't taken without thinking about idols. I don't think, personally, this one, I haven't been thinking about idols as much as a lot of the other ones, just because I think a lot of them have been used. I don't know how many are going to show up tonight, but I think, honestly, this one has been a little less in my mind.
All right, Henry, we talked a little bit about jury management last tribal council. Sending people to the jury is always a precarious thing because you want people in your corner for eventually the final tribal council, but you also don't want to keep the biggest threats in the game so that you can get there yourself. So how are you deciding who is a big threat and who's worth keeping around?
A lot of things make someone a big threat. If you're good at the social game, if you're good at the physical game, outwit, outplay, outlast. 3 strong categories to be strong in. Who to keep around? I don't know. It's got to be a mix of people who are good enough to help you out when tribal comes around, but aren't strong enough down the line to maybe take the win from the final 3. So it's tough to find a balance.
If anybody has anything they want to say to the tribe or play any advantages, now is the time to do so. Seeing none, let's get to the vote.
I came into this game for one reason, and it's the bully freshman.
Feels like slashing the throat of a golden retriever.
Keep your idling and thinking positive.
I'll go tally the votes. I have the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity item they'd like to play with, now is the time to do so.
Okay, so to my allies, I can explain. To my enemies, I don't have any. I love you guys. But I am nervous, so.
The rules of Survivor state that if a hidden immunity idol is played, all votes against that person will not count. This is a hidden immunity idol. All votes for Vivian will not count.
You know what, Shane, actually, it's gonna be my YOLO moment. I don't even know what to say up here. I'm nervous as fuck. Thank you, Nadia, for wasting your idol earlier. I hope I can do it justice. Nervous, but I'm just gonna play this for Xavier, so.
God damn you guys. Okay. Okay.
Yes, Puppet Master!
I'm not going home. Damn it!
This also is a hidden immunity idol. All votes for Abby will not count.
Now you're realizing who you're amongst.
I'll read the vote. First vote. Vivian does not count. Next vote. Vivian does not count.
Oh my god. Me.
Next vote. Vivian. That's 3 votes for Vivian that do not count. 7 votes left. Vivian, that's 4 votes Vivian that do not count. Next vote. Vivian does not count. Next vote. Xavier does not count. Xavier does not count. Next vote. Xavier does not count. That is 5 votes for Vivian that do not count. 3 votes for Xavier that do not count. 2 votes left. Xavier. That's 5 votes for Vivian that do not count. 4 votes for Xavier that do not count. 1 vote left. And the next vote, and the 9th person voted out of Scotty Survivor Lost in Time, and the 2nd member of our jury.
I want to Venmo you to buy some soap so you can wash my name out of your fucking mouth.
Ricky.
Oh.
Ricky, that's one. And tonight, that's enough. Please bring me your torch. Ricky, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
I love you, Ricky.
3 idle plays. 1 vote to send somebody home. Just goes to show you, you never really know who's gonna go home in Survivor. And you'll never know who's going home next week, because next week is what we call the dark round. The winner of immunity will not be revealed. Idle plays will not be revealed. The only thing that will be revealed at the tribal council is the person who is going home. There will be no vote count.
Oh my god.
Next time on Scotty Survivor Lost in Time. With the dark round in play, everybody fights for this individual immunity. And what better way than to do it with the challenge of Survivor comics and time trials? And will the majority 6-person alliance finally collapse?
Well, I guess this was a very exciting way to go out on 3 idols. I didn't even know that was a thing. Homegirl Viv, I knew you had the jury idol this entire time. You didn't faze me, but you played it well. And, you know, can't wait to join Runjin in the jury.